Welcome, Minecrafters, to Medieval Minecraft episode 40. And in this episode, we are going to make some more banners. You can see behind me that we've made these really nice light green banners. I decided to name this little village here Emeraldville because, boy, we've been getting a lot of emeralds from these guys. So we made the banner that light lime green there with the black and white cross on it. But now I'm going to get ready to make some banners for Ironville. And to make those, I decided to make them basically red and yellow. So I need some dandelion yellow. So I'm throwing down a bunch of bone meal here and popping up a bunch of dandelions here so we can harvest those up. We don't need to harvest up the red rose because we've got a lot of red rose from all the iron golems. So we're just going to grab some of these dandelion here and then we'll head right back into the crafting area in our village. So I've been out here for a little while, just throwing down bone meal, collecting up this stuff. And so you can see I've gotten 23 dandelions. So to make banners, one of the first things that you need is the dyes, which is why we're out here doing this. And then the other thing that you need is a lot of wool. Now in my world, I don't have a sheep farm because I've kind of exceeded the peaceful mob count in my game. I got so many villagers over here. So what I decided to do was tap into one of the spider spawners that I've found in this game. I found over 10 of those. So just a little while ago, I just did a kind of a standard tapping into that. I can show you that later if we want. Maybe we can do a video on that at some time. But now that I've got so much string, I can use that to make blocks of wool. Now I've already crafted up a whole bunch of blocks of wool from the string, but I'm just going to show you how to do it here real quick. And one of the first things you need to do is to figure out what color you're going to make the kind of the base of your banner. So in this case, we're going to make the base of the banner red. Now, if you scroll down through this menu right here, you can see all these different colors of blocks of wool. And to make the red one, I'm going to need some rose red. You'll see that here in just a second. You see that? And I don't have any in my inventory, so what I'm going to do is go over here to the dyes, and I'm going to convert some of those roses that I've got over to rose red. And then I'll just shift right back, and we'll start, I'm going to craft up a white block just so you can see how it's done. And then we're going to go over and back to where we were before and figure out how to craft up the red block. So once you find the base color that you're going to use to make your banner, here we go, there's the base color that we're going to use, then you can actually make the banner. Now to do that, you need to go to the banner menu, which is over there on the left side here, if you see that. Now I'm going to clean up my inventory a little bit, but I'm going to talk about the keys that you use to get into the banner menu and move around in it a little bit. The same key that you use to open a chest or to open up your crafting bench or anything, that's the key that you're going to use to get to the banner menu after you open up the crafting bench. So after you open the banner menu, the first thing that you're going to need to do is make the base banner. So we need to make the banner, and then we can decorate it out. So opening up the crafting bench, opening up the banner menu, and now I'm toggling with the thumb left joystick, okay, up and down in here, okay, to go to whatever the color that I'm going to want to use to make the base banner. So in this case, I've got red wool, so I'm scrolling down to the red, okay, and then I hit the Y button to activate it. Now you see I've made the banner. So you can see there's two red banners in my inventory now. I made one previously. So then I'm going to use a joystick to move over to the right here to this banner select here. And if I had more than one in there, I could scroll up and down and select a different banner. But what I'm going to do now is hit the Y button and move over to this decorating menu right here. And I'm moving around in this with the joystick. Now you can see that up on the top of this thing, there's 5 different pages. And you can get to those pages by using the change select block that you would, same ones that you would use if you were in the crafting bench and you wanted to move to different pages in the crafting bench. But in this case, I'm just staying on the first page. So I scrolled over to where the vertical stripe was, and then down to the dandelion yellow dye, and I hit the Y button to activate it. So I'm just previewing that over here on the right. So now going over to a horizontal stripe, I'm also select dandelion yellow. I hit Y, and I'm previewing that right now. I have not created this banner yet. I'm just previewing it. So now I'm going to go back over here. This is like a thin cross. I'm going to put this on. It's going to be blue. I've hit Y to activate that. Now, if I actually wanted to make this banner, I would hit the A button, but I'm not doing that. I hit the B button and I pop back out of that screen. So now I'm going back into the whole thing. I'm selecting the red banner again. I'm going to go across here. Okay, I'm going to select the vertical stripe. I'm going to go down to the yellow because this is actually what I want to make. I just want one vertical yellow stripe. I kind of like that. That's what I'm going to use to decorate out my world. And now I'm going to hit the A button, and you can see I've created a banner with a yellow vertical stripe in it. So you can see it popped into my hotbar down there. I've got one of those. I've still got the solid red banner. Now what I'm going to try to do is copy the one with the vertical stripe in it. I'm going to do that by toggling over here to the right here. Okay, and then I'm going to hit the A button and make a copy. Now this can only be done if I've got the solid red base banner to copy onto. So notice now I can't do another one because I don't have any more of the red base banners. So what we're going to do now is go back to the beginning of this thing, scroll down to where the red base banner is. We'll build another red base banner, and then we'll just toggle over to the right using the joystick, okay? Hit the A button and copy it. So now we've made 3. So let's go outside right now and figure out how to place these and learn a little bit about how to the hitbox and how you can set them up and everything. Just a quick recap though, before you do this, I would recommend you go into creative and kind of figure out what design you're going to use in your survival world, because you're going to burn up a little bit of resources playing around with this thing. And when you're in survival, you're going to have to go out and collect up the dyes and go get the wool and all that kind of stuff. So in my case here, I went off to my little creative demo world, figured out these designs, learned how to do this before I came back to survival here. This is like my pure survival world. So to place these things, you can just throw them down on any block like that. They won't go down on top of half slabs. Now notice the hitbox for this thing is on the bottom of it when you place it like this. So if you wanted to try to take this thing out, you have to nail it down here. Okay, so let's try an axe on that and watch how quickly it comes out. Okay, piece of cake. Now, those are placed up on a wall up there. So if you place it on a wall like that, the hitbox becomes a real small little box that's right up here. Okay, so if you take your axe or something, you try to bang on the bottom of this thing, nothing's going to happen. I'm actually hitting the block of sandstone, but if you use the hitbox that's up on the top, it pops right off. Okay, well now I'm going to make up a few more of these red and yellow banners and go place them over on Ironville. I was kind of thinking it'd be nice to hang them off the side of the Iron Golem farm. Oh, speaking of Iron Golems, here comes our buddy Ivan right now. Hey Ivan, how are you?
Hello, Kelvin. Nice banners.
Thanks, Ivan. This is Sir Kelvin of the Arch, and I'm signing out.